Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unit 0, Lesson 3 Themes with the Spice Tea Model. What are themes in world history? So, themes are a way that we use to categorize and organize our evidence. They help to explain patterns instead of just memorizing isolated events. Theme help to support skills like cause and effect, continuity and change, and comparison. The themes that College Board designates, and we are going to use them, but in a slightly different way, are listed here. Humans in the environment, cultural developments and interactions, governance, economic systems, social interactions and organization, technology and innovations. Your goal is to identify which theme or themes best fit the evidence in a prompt. Okay, so that is the goal for you to get there and be there by the end of the year. So we're going to practice that, but first we're going to go through what these themes mean. So humans in the environment are going to be the way that the environment shapes societies and how humans reshape the environment. So you're going to be looking for things like settlement patterns, pollutions, deforestation, desertification, climates. And a key question here is how did geography or climate shape choices and how did humans reshape nature? Next, you have cultural developments and interactions. These are the beliefs and ideas that shape identity and cultural changes in society. So, religion, art and architecture, cultural diffusion, syncretism, which you are going to know what that means soon if you don't already. And just think, what do people believe and how did beliefs spread and what changed as a result of either new beliefs or changing beliefs? Governance is a pretty basic one. The idea that states form, states meaning governments, right? A state is the land, the territory, the governing person. The nation is the people, the ethnicity. So a nation state is a group of people that identify and are under the same governments. We're going to go over that in later units as well. Leadership, empires, revolutions, taxation, courts, laws, court cases, those kinds of things we're going to look for. But really looking at who has power, how do they keep it, and do they rise or fall because of some of these things? Economic systems, again, pretty straightforward. It's really just looking at the production, exchange, and consumption and how they shape society and how society is shaped by that consumption. You're going to look for trade, agriculture, wealth distribution. Key questions: how are goods produced and exchanged? Who controls wealth is a big one. And what changes when economies are connected? Social interactions and organization is just social groupings, norms, and things that shape the everyday life in a region. We're going to be looking at several major regions throughout the year and kind of keeping together these themes through time, that change in continuity over time piece that I was talking about. What you need to look for is class structures. So that's why we have our little triangle here. You're going to see that. That's going to be a big indicator of that. Looking at key questions like how is society organized, who has status, and how do rules shape relationships? Technology and innovation. Innovation doesn't, and technology doesn't have to be something that's like new to us, right? So at one point, the wheel was technology, it was an innovation. Okay. So in my lifetime, cell phones have evolved and become a thing. They were not a thing when I was younger. We didn't have cell phones, didn't have car phones, didn't have anything like that. So looking at how that affects what problem did it solve or what positive or negative problems did it cause, right? What did it cause when we look at things like tools, machines, weapons, science, and medicine? So in throughout the course of the year, you are going to be doing a lot of spice teaing. Okay. So what that does for you, it is a sorting tool for you to sort out your evidence. And make sure that you keep it for SAQs, DBQs, LAQs, and also avoid random facts because you know what this is detailing. You're going to be looking at the prompt, you're going to be looking at what the prompt is asking, and it'll help you build stronger claims because the evidence is going to show a political change. For example, this evidence shows a political change because da, 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 because you know it's politics and you've identified that. So for spice tea, you have a copy of this that you can also see because you can't even see the tea. I'll move myself over here. S, social. People and groups are treated in society. P, political, power, leadership, how states run. I, interaction with the environment, how humans adapt to and change the natural world. C, culture, beliefs and ways of life that shape identity. E, economics, how societies produce, trade, and use resources. And then technology, focus on tools and knowledge that change what humans can do. You have some CFU questions to answer uh, on your pair assessment. And then you are going to apply these skills to historical evidence by completing the theme review. Okay, so in our theme review, we are going to be looking at different pieces of historical evidence or sources, like some are pictures, some are readings. You're looking at those, and you're going to be answering a couple questions and identifying which theme matches them.